For you to clean, it's Model 3, the collapsible storable super hair magnet deluxe. Not your ball, please.
Good evening.
ערב טוב, רבא.
ערב טוב. מה, יש איזה חדשות מארצנו?
לא, אני חושב שהם לא כל כך שמחים ומבסוטים עם הנשיא שלנו עכשיו.
תשמע, אין ברירה.
מה, I know. מצב לא כל כך טוב.
Yeah. But is he strongly pushing to pull out of Lebanon, or he would let Israel then stay in Lebanon?
They didn't talk about it today. Allegedly he said that the that the Iranians should possess ballistic missiles.
Okay.
But this is what it is. This and other things, and the anti-Semitic. Steve said there was a soccer game. I don't know. I didn't see the tape yet. And they made this Israeli put away his flag, but the Palestinian was allowed to keep their flag.
Wow.
I mean,
They found nothing.
but the whole world stands on tomorrow's parade downtown Manhattan.
Listen. Baruch Hashem, that the attention of people is focused on this nonsense.
Different decades-old crime.
Rick, you're
Someone has to mute his.
Yeah. 1 second, I got it.
When she was 14.
I gotta log into my computer in 1 second.
I think it's Ezra's name.
No, it's Ricky. It's Ricky.
Me? It's me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm making noise?
Yep.
I'm muted.
Something, an object here in your house, Ricky. Okay, tonight's topic has nothing to do with the parasha before or after, but it's nogia very much, and very often, especially now the summer is coming. I'm reading you from the tour in Siman Reisha and Gimel, then I'll read you the Shulchan Aruch. יכול אדם לקדש לאחרים, אף על פי שאינו אוכל עמהם, ידידהו הווה מקום סעודה. Here, Bezrat Hashem, from next Shabbat, I'm going upstate New York. We have a shul, Larry knows it, Shul of Saget Lake. After Shabbat morning services, There's a huge spread outside on the lawn. Everyone is waiting for the rabbi, Rabbi Prague. Rabbi Prague fills up his cup with grape juice. More or less, most people are there. Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam borei pri hagefen. Now, two questions. Do I have to eat right after I made Kiddush? Because we have a general rule, ein Kiddush, ela b'makom seudah. In general, Sally, what does it mean, ein Kiddush, ela b'makom seudah? In general.
You can't make kiddush unless you're planning on eating something.
Okay, so I would just say what you mean to say. Of course, is the Kiddush does not count as
Count, right.
Kiddush unless a Seudah follows within few minutes, right?
Right.
Now, so if I make Kiddush Shabbat morning in my house and I'm the only one there, my Kiddush doesn't count. But over there, I'm making Kiddush for them. About 120 men and women are going to eat within 2 minutes. Do I have to drink or not?
Yeah, yes.
Why? Ricky, I made Kiddush for them. Larry Malitsky is one of the guests.
Right.
He's about to take a piece of cake or kugel. I
You-
made Kiddush for him.
So you have negative kavanah for yourself, you're saying? You don't want to be
I'm
obligated?
asking you. Again, Shulchan Aruch or two, whatever you want, יכול אדם לקדש לאחרים, אף על פי שאינו אוכל עמהם. ללדידהו, הווה מקום סעודה. Shulchan Aruch says openly, I don't have to eat there. I
Where are
make
you reading
Kiddush.
that? Where the tour and what number?
Okay, it's Siman Reisha and Gimel, Sif Dalit. 373, Sif Dalit. So the answer is, Ricky, if I want to eat, which I want because I have to give a class right after, so I need some energy, I drink about 3 ounces of wine, I take a piece of cake or a fruit, some water, I must have any water, fine. But even if I would not eat, people in the crowd are eating. This is exactly what the Shulchan Aruch has said. Please listen carefully now.
You could cover yourself just with the wine, right? You could drink the whole cup of wine and you'll be okay without eating anything?
If this is your only choice, remember this is not a lekat echila. If you don't have any other food, real food, which is cake, wine is fine. This is the shita of the Geonim. But lekat echila, we're not counting on them. Now, this halacha is written twice in Shulchan Aruch. In Siman Reisha and Aleph, which means Friday night is exactly the same, yes? If I make Kiddush for my family, even if I'm not going to eat right away, normally I am part of the meal, but even if not, I'm making it for them. Why is the two saying it here? In Reisha and Gimel and the Shulchan Aruch follows. There's a tremendous difference between Friday night
Friday night and Shabbos Kiddush is two different things.
Of course. But Friday night, the essence of the Kiddush is what we praise Shabbat. אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצה בנו בשבת קודשו באהבה ורצון מחילה. ברוך אתה השם מקדש השבת. This part that I just mentioned from the Friday night Kiddush is Minat Torah. Holding the cup of wine is only Midirabanan. Shabbat morning, the essence of the Kiddush is only Borei Pri HaGefen. All the psukim that various communities have is more David, whatever you do is fine, but the Kiddush is only one phrase, and the phrase is Borei Pri HaGefen. I would have said that if it's only Borei Pri HaGefen, I must drink myself. Bishlama Friday night. I'm making the Kiddush, the praising of the Shabbat for the people, on a cup of wine. But Kiddush Bayom is only Borek Gefen. Perhaps it should be labeled as Birkat Nehenim, not Birkat Mitzvot. You understand what I'm saying? Now, Larry, if you have it, please look at the Bet Yosef. Bet Yosef. Seif Katan Dalet.
In 273?
In the 273, 2. Remember 2, not Shulchan Aruch. 2 Bet Yosef, Reisha and Gimel. This is the second piece. Listen carefully. Umiu, says the Bet Yosef, I'm reading from Bet Yosef. Katava Mordechai. Mordechai is one of the early Rishonim. Everyone quotes him. Perek Arvei Psachim, please listen good now. The Kiddush, the Shachrit, אינו יכול להוציא אחרים אם הוא מתענה. If I, the rabbi, if I don't eat, I cannot do it for others. Why? כיוון שאינו מברך אלא ברכת הנהנים לבד. We have a solid rule that doesn't have exceptions. I can say להניח תפילין for a Russian Jew, even if I'm not putting it on, because we are mixed, Kol Israel Arevim, very nice. The same Russian Jew wants to eat a piece of cake and coffee. I cannot say mezonot for him, or she'akol for him, unless I eat cake. Why? He's not obligated to eat cake or mezonot or drink coffee. He is obligated to put tefillin. So whoever he is obligated, I'm obligated to assist. Birkat HaNehelim, but he is not obligated. Says the Mordechai, you hear? Shabbat morning, it's only Borei Pri HaGefen. We look at it as if the coffee on a Monday for a Russian Jew. So unless I, the rabbi, eat some mezonot, I cannot do it for others. Kach Omer Mordechai. But of course, as I read you from the two, and the Shulchan Aruch copies him, the Mordechai disagrees. Says the Bet Yosef, אבל רבינו ירוחם כתב שאף על פי שאינו מברך אלא ברכת הנהנים, כיוון דמשום מצווה לקדש שהוא מברך, מוציא את אחרים. Here is a chidush of Rabbeinu Yerucham. What is he saying? Emet, that the text of the Kiddush Shabbat morning is only Borei Pri HaGefen. Remember, the Tehillim that you said before is beautiful, but it's not the essence of the Kiddush. Since the rabbi established, you have to say it, even though the text is only a text of Birkat Nehenim, you can be motzi others. This is why the Shulchan Aruch says that I can make a Kiddush for the community in Saturday, even though I'm not really drinking from it.
Because you're saying because it's a nehenim.
Because we label it, says the Rabbeinu Yerucham, we label it as Birkat Mitzvot, not Birkat Nehenim. And listen again to his language. אף על פי שאינו מברך אלא ברכת הנהנים, כיוון דמשום מצווה לקדש ומברך. Why am I making Kiddush Shabbat morning? It's Chachamim established that you have to do it. The minute they told me to do it, what did they tell me to do? Birkat Nehenim. The label is Birkat Nehenim. So it's an interesting machloket between the two. Yes. Now, why are we Friday night after whoever makes Kiddush, we distribute the wine between the people around the table. It's needless to say, and of course you know it, that even if no one drank but the one who made Kiddush, they fulfilled mitzvah Kiddush. Nevertheless, Shulchan Aruch is suggesting it's good if everyone drinks. Why is it? But remember, why is it not because of mitzvah Kiddush? It's the kavod of Shabbat. You start your meal with some wine, or the kavod of the Kiddush. Now, interestingly enough, Rambam, well, you take out Sefer Zmanim if you have. Perek Chavtet. Please look at the Rambam.
My name?
Perek Chavtet,
Bet.
Chavtet Shabbat, Chavtet Zayin. Chavtet Zayin. כיצד הוא עושה? לוקח כוס שהוא מחזיק רביעית או יתר. Friday night you take a cup, contains רביעית or more, ומדיחו מבפנים ומבחוץ. You wash it, you hold it in your right hand, you lift in your hand, you say Vayichulu, says the Rambam here, and then you say Kiddush. ושותה בלא לוגמר, you drink a cheekful, which is approximately, let's say, 2 ounces. Depends on your cup. ומשקה בכל בני החבורה. מה זה ומשקה? And I, who made Kiddush, am serving it or sharing it with the rest of the people. Again, what happened if they didn't drink? It's fine. Why are they drinking? It's kavod of Shabbat, the meal begins with wine, or it's a kavod of the Kiddush. This is Friday night, where the essence of Kiddush is the praising of Shabbat, and the rabbi is established, do it on wine. Let me read you now how the Rambam described Kiddush Bayom. Say the Rambam,
Rabbi Prague,
I'm listening.
when you say that Kiddush in the afternoon, it
In the
says
morning, you mean in the morning, yeah.
in the morning, right? Borei Priya Gafen. But you call it Kiddush. If I have a glass of wine tonight, am I making Kiddush?
No, Yofi. The difference
Because
is,
you see, so you can't have it both ways. It can't be a
no,
in.
you're asking a very good question. The answer is, if you have tonight or not, it's totally a voluntary decision by Larry Maritsky. You can have or not have. Friday, Shabbat morning, Chachamim told me don't start your meal unless you make Kiddush. It's only a din midrabanan, but you have to. Tonight, it's totally voluntary. Shabbat morning, it's not voluntary.
But you would think there would be a nice, I wouldn't say, I don't know a better word, excuse me, a nicer bracha, a more Shabbosdik bracha. I mean, Borei Priya Gafen.
No, it's a good question. And the real answer is, everyone, it's accepted universally that we celebrate special occasions with wine, correct? You go to an anniversary,
A brit, a wedding.
to a birthday, you go to a wedding, you go to a Brit Milah, you go to Pidyon Ben. The fact that you cannot start your meal unless you made Borei Pri HaGefen shows that this meal is not an ordinary meal. You eat breakfast every day. No. Shabbat morning is unique. Look in Halacha Yud. Halacha Yud. In the middle of Halacha Yud, the Rambam is talking about Kiddush Bayom. ומצווה לברך על היין ביום השבת, קודם שיסעוד סעודה שנייה. You see how interestingly the Rambam is labeling it? מצווה לקדש על היין, קודם שיסעוד סעודה שנייה. וזהו הנקרא קידוש הרבה. What is it doing? לברך בורא פרי הגפן בלבד.
That's interesting word.
You see, Rav Soloveitchik Shabbat morning and all the ones from Brisk say Shabbat morning only Borei Pri HaGefen as the Rambam says. ושותה. ואחר כך ייטול ידיו ויסעוד. ואסור לו לאדם לטעום כלום קודם שיקדש. וגם קידוש זה לא יהא אלא במקום סעודה. Now, you see, the Rambam labeled it is מברך על היין קודם שיסעוד סעודה שנייה. So let's take a good example. This Shabbat, Bezrat Hashem, Parashat Korach. As it happened, even though we are small minyan, we have two chatanim, two people, two boys are being called to the Torah. One is Maftir, one is Shishi, right? So the parents, of course, prepare some cake, some this, some that. So everyone, when he walks home, Shabbat morning around 11:15, already held Kiddush in Shul and had Mezonot. When they come home with the meal, do they have to make Kiddush again or not? Logically, you would say no. They made Kiddush already. And for many years, I didn't do it. But I heard of Shlomo Zalman Auerbach said, and of course I see it in the Rambam, קודם שיסעוד סעודה שנייה. I didn't make the Kiddush in my shul before the meal, before Shabbat meal. I made it before I ate a piece of cake, you understand? And in order to make it, to wish, the two parents, Shlomo Zalman said the takana of Kiddush Bayom was before you start your meal. Going back to your question, Larry, is to show this is not an ordinary meal. It's סעודת שבת. זה לא משנה איזה ברכה נעשה על זה, אתה מבין? The main kiddush we made already Friday night. This is the different kiddush.
Is the woman mechayevet in Kiddush Rabbah?
זו שאלה טובה.
Because then you would have a real problem if what you would consider a Kiddush, because if you Kiddush on Shabbat was in shul, then how could you can't make Kiddush for her at home necessarily?
נכון, אבל. The woman is chayav on Shabbat, in everything the man is chayav.
Right.
אין הבדל, למרות שבשבת בבוקר זה דרבנן.
Rabbi, I happened to me once, I went away somewhere, no Chama Medina, no wine. What do you do on Shabbat morning?
Okay, so, before I answer your question.
Bread.
As you know,
No, bread is at night. You don't do the bread in the day.
Whiskey, beer.
No, I just told you.
He said
no
there was
Chama
none.
Medina.
Debbie was very careful.
Oh, no.
Debbie,
Okay. I'm
There's
sorry.
nothing there. The only thing they had was water.
Or orange juice, which I don't consider Chama Medina.
Okay.
I mean, you could,
But first, let's say it this way. How come so many people, by Hasidim is almost everyone, but even among Ashkenazim, some Sfaradim will do an arak, will do a this, will do a that. This is not a game. in Europe, especially in the cold countries, Russia, Poland, wine was almost not available in the cold winter. So the Taz, the Torah Zahav says,
Vodka.
if you take any at that time it's vodka or something like this, even if you take it in a small cup, this is equal to a rabit of wine. If you say she'akol, this is Chamar Medina. Okay, today, Jeffrey, as you, not you, but as you know, today, if you look at this little cup of wine, people look at you. Well, if we take the whiskey shot cup, people look at you, something wrong with you. Okay. But Mishnah Berurah says openly, if you want to make on whiskey, make on Ravi'it, 3 ounces, 3.5 ounces. Many people would love this halacha, yes? But Baruch Hashem,
Oh, yeah.
Baruch
Ricky,
Hashem,
Ricky, we heard you laughing, Ricky.
Baruch Hashem, most people not following it. And I'm sure you have it in the Sephardi community, maybe less in Ashkenazim, but in many shuls, when you have a little celebration and people congregate around the whiskey, people walking home not straight. Thank God you cannot drive on Shabbat.
Baruch Hashem.
And they have already articles written about it in few religious family magazines. Many wives say they're embarrassed for the kids. And again, it's not that the men are drunk or not. You know, it's already late. It's 11:30. You're hungry. This, that. But anyway, the advantage of sticking to the. It's easy said by me, but it's sticking to wine. Okay, going back to your case. When I was a kid, I remember maybe twice my father, Rabbi Shalom, made Havdalah on either tea or coffee. Rabbi Feinstein says that this is considered Chamar Medina. Jeffrey,
Wow.
if I come to your house on a weekday, forget Shabbat now, what would your wife serve me? Okay,
Anything you want, my wife would serve.
this is really the answer. The answer is today is, what can I give you?
Everything.
But remember, if I would ask water, but I mean, the wife would never say it. Yes, but water.
No, she would do like Yael does. Mayim shal chalav natna.
Okay, but if I say, okay, I like if you have a red zinger. Oh, okay, now we're talking. You know,
And
the answer is people think that honoring a guest is to give him something special. Honoring a guest is to give him what he really wants. You know what I mean? But very often a guest has to think, what would the balabait think? But Jeffrey, in this case, you should have done it on orange juice.
I mean, that's what I wound up doing, but afterwards I found out.
No, of course, but you are much better off not doing anything. You understand?
Yeah, so we wound up doing it on orange juice, but again,
similarly, you wouldn't do it on a Friday night ever, but Motzei Shabbat it will be start. You'll do it. Motzei Shabbat is always easier because you can do Havdalah a little later.
On schnapps, because I don't drink. On schnapps, you make a.
Shakol.
So wait.
Shakol.
So you're telling me the bracha changes on Shabbat?
No, the bracha changes. Listen carefully.
You make a shahakol on.
No schnapps, yes.
The halacha says.
But on Shabbat, I'm talking about now.
Mm-hmm.
No, I understand. I'm saying, since the halacha allows you on Shabbat morning, if wine or grape juice is not available, to use Chamar Medina, quote unquote, this is why you can use whiskey. And then not that the bracha changes, since whiskey is a substitute, and the regular bracha on whiskey is shakol, this is shakol.
Oh, wait, is it a substitute or can you, if I have, in other words, I was
The
trying-
Shulchan Aruch says openly that if you have wine, make it on wine.
Ah, that's what I'm asking. So
So
you
by the Hasidim, it's not a question.
right.
And if you really like whiskey, like unfortunately many people, so they do it lechatchila. But
So
But there's no
Mehet,
kiddush then. I mean,
Rabbi, I'm sorry, one question. So if you have enough for either the breakfast or Havdalah, which one would you keep the wine for?
Avdallah, because Avdallah cannot be substituted for anything. But remember,
I thought Havdalah you
the
could use
difference is
Chametz.
that Avdallah can be decided if wine is not available Sunday also.
Chama Medina, yeah.
I just don't get the shahakol.
I have
No,
a
but
big
remember,
issue.
it's not, remember, you associate the word kiddush
Right.
with the Rebbe
With
Ageda.
Geffen.
If the definition is, you have to show that the meal is
The
a special
Kadesh
meal.
Bidvarim, whatever. Okay.
Kadesh Bidvarim, or to show that the meal is a special meal. So at night you cannot take the whiskey, but during the day you'll do it. As a matter of fact, Friday night, if wine is not available or you really like this particular chali, you can make kiddush on chali, which means you wash before kiddush, you wash before. Everyone is sitting around the table, and you say Yom HaShiva Yichulu, Savri Maranan, Baruch Ata Hashem Elokeinu Melech HaOlam HaMotzi Lechem Min Haaretz. Then you continue, Baruch Ata Hashem Elokeinu Melech HaOlam Asher Kiddishanu B'mitzvotav V'Ratza Banu. This is Friday night. Today, we're not using it so much, but many Jews, especially people that came from Germany, every Friday night, this is the Didi. The big advantage is, Jeffrey, how long does it take in your house from the time you make Kiddush Friday night till the family is sitting down, ready to your Amotzi?
Well, it depends on how many people, because if I have my kids over, there's 10 people have to wash their hands.
Exactly.
Right, that's exactly it.
Jeffrey is very
Baruch Hashem, I'm not complaining.
Jeffrey is very practical. In my house, I try as much as I can, but of course depends on the age group. As Kiddush is often, everyone please go immediately to wash and come back. And to avoid this problem, people that came from Germany, and really Ashkenaz, used to wash before Kiddush. This way by Kiddush, everyone is already sitting, and the Seudah follows immediately, yes? Understand the Amotzi comes right after.
And then that's why a lot of people put the sink right near the dinner table now, because they want.
This is definitely one of the reasons.
I had
Otherwise, you get to the kitchen, so okay, you have already 2-3 groups speaking.
But with me, I can't drink too much wine now because of my diabetes. I can't drink alcohol, period. And then the grape juice is a problem for me because of my diabetes. So I really can drink a lot of it. So now I take a sip. If I have my son with me, it's not a problem, right? But if I have my wife, is it a problem?
No, Jeffrey, Friday night, your wife is the same.
No, talking Havdalah.
Yeah, Havdalah is a little problem, yes. So the truth is, I'm sure you know, but if you go online with the Kedem, at least before Pesach, they have special grape juice, you know that.
Yeah, it still has sugar in it. Salim, I got it for Passover. I mean, it still spiked me somewhat, but it was better than the regular grape juice.
You know, it's like, I forgot the name. They have a special, Salim, what's the name? They have a special name for it.
The one true, but we think we still looked and it still has.
Chaval, if I tell Merli here in my neighborhood, there are so many people. It's simply more.
I bought it.
Oh,
I bought it. Yeah, I bought it for Passover, but you know.
Called light grape juice, but yeah. Hold on, let me see.
There's actually an article on whether or not it's good
no
enough
sugar added.
Yeah.
Because the grapes have sugar.
Now, going back a second to our original question, that the Mordechai says in the morning, you cannot say Kiddush for others unless you are part of it. Why? Because it's only Borei Pri HaGefen, it's labeled Birkat HaNe'anim. Because of that, comes the Rav of Brisk, and in Brisk, very makpid on it, in the morning more than at night, every person around the table has to drink a little. Understand, it's beautiful. Why? Friday night, the main Kiddush is praising the Shabbat. I heard you saying it. Mekadesh Shabbat, finished. Shabbat morning, since the bracha is only Borei Pri HaGefen, so perhaps if I'm the listener, if I don't have some, according to the Mordechai at least, yes, we should drink a little. They are very much makpid.
Yeah, we don't definitely follow that.
It's not, don't worry, it's not only you. The Chassidim definitely not, and people drink anyway because this is customary, but they are makpid very much. Yeah. Okay, when I was a sophomore, Shivat Kol Torah, our Rebbe was a Talmid in Brisk, so he told it to us. As always, young kids are excited. So every week we used to buy a bottle of wine of our own, buy a box of cookies, make Kiddush our own. This way, each one of us has a chance to drink wine on his own a little bit. Yeah? But as I grew up, I realized this is only one shita. Whatever you do every Friday night, it's fine, because if you are part of a high school and you have 200-300 kids, it's very difficult for everyone to have a sip from the Kiddush.
I have an idea for you, Jeffrey. So basically, the light grape juice essentially is they mix water with it. So they're selling you the same grapes. I don't know the price, but they put 65% juice, 45% water. So if you're ever in a situation, how much water can he mix in the grape juice where it's still considered grape juice? And that will cut the calories and the sugar by the amount of water you put.
Yeah. But Chacham Ovadia says, I think you have to have at least a sixth.
1/6
I think
of
so.
a 5-ounce cup, you mean?
Yeah,
Of
I
a
think
4-ounce
so.
cup?
I think if it's a sixth of wine, it's still.
But it's not wine, it's grape juice. That's why I was asking.
אותו דבר.
Okay.
But
Because a regular grape juice, like without the light, is 30 something grams. I can't see this here, it's too small for every 8 ounces. 30 something grams for 8 ounces of sugar. So if you take, let's say, half, which is what they do, you're cutting it from 30 something to, let's say, about 18, 16, 17, 18, something like that. If you put half water, if you put a fourth water on an 8-ounce cup, again, you're not drinking the whole 8 ounces. In an 8-ounce cup, you'll get down to like under 9 grams of sugar.
this is not a bad idea, Jeffrey. Now, let me ask you a question, Jeffrey. Are there different types of grapes, the content of sugar, or all grapes more or less are at the same amount? Black, green, and Moscato, or whatever, the different types.
It's very hard to determine till you drink it. Like, because it says, because a lot of these things say they have 18 grams, this gram, and then like even the bread. I can tell you now, like you go to the store and they tell you whole wheat bread. It's not whole wheat bread. It's not enriched. Every bread even is different. Like I'll eat a whole wheat bread off the shelf, and my sugar spikes crazily. And then I'll go to Uri's, which makes their own bread, which makes it fresh. Like really out of whole grain material, and it doesn't spike you at all. So, buying things off the shelf, you got to be very careful because they don't really like. There are things they do that, but it's fine. The Passover wasn't so bad when I drank that.
That one's 65%. I saw it. 65%. It's 15 or 16 grams of sugar. But you essentially can accomplish the same thing.
But
you only need 4 ounces by just mixing.
Jeffrey, what is worst for you, grape juice or beer?
I can't drink alcohol. Alcohol's a,
Oh, you mean alcohol is out of the
but
question.
my liver, I can't drink any alcohol.
Oh, because you could always use beer as a substitute as a hamam.
Yeah, but I can't drink any alcohol.
You'll be Ashkenazi, it'll be a little easier for you. You can drink coffee or tea, but but you can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, usually my son-in-laws and my sons are here, so they could drink the wine, but Havdalah is more of a problem.
Okay, Bezat Hashem tomorrow night or after the parasha. Meantime, have a wonderful night. Laila Tov, everyone.
Good
Thank you, Rabbi.
night. Only good night.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, Salim, Baruch Hashem, 2 days late without
Tomorrow, that's it. We don't.
any assistant.
Rabbi, just remember, when you see the screensaver, just press any button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I figured it out. Thank God.
We figured it out, all right? Just keep pressing a button, that's all.
Sometimes I'm a source of joy for the kids in the class when they see it.
You don't have class tomorrow. I was going to say you'll be missing some kids tomorrow. Tomorrow's the parade.
Yeah, I know, but tomorrow those who have finals cannot really afford it. I know. Listen, Jeffrey, I hope you're not going. Jeffrey, you're not going to be the Jeffrey, do you? Don't say yes because the Gemara says "Ein adam misim atzmo rasha." See,
I am definitely not going, but I won't vouch for my kids.
So I'm not going, Rabbi, but it's right next to my office. So I'm just gonna peek at how many supposedly supposed to be millions of people.
Correct.
Are you on Broadway?
What number are you?
I'm right next to it. What is it?
Allah Shalom. He would be. He would.
Rabbi Wall Street. So wherever that is, I don't know.
What,
You're on Wall Street because you can't see it. Can you see it from Wall Street?
No, I'm not. I'm not facing Broadway. I'm like one block down.
Yeah,
I'm on Broadway, but I face the back of the building. I couldn't care if I was right in front of the building in the top row. I would. Just to get to downtown tomorrow, it's going to be. You had to see what was going on there today. It's not human.
I didn't go to that part of the street, but one thing I wanted to see is when we went to MetLife, you saw so many people. When we did the Siyum, we saw so many people gathered for a Kadosh thing. I want to see what 1 million people looks like, just to see.
1 million? Gonna be more than 1 million.
Whatever it is, when they talk about it in
right,
the
just to see the masses.
I want to see what 1 million people in one place looks like. So that's what I'm.
How many people do they get on Erev New Year's? On New Year's Eve.
Supposedly, there's going to be more because there's more cops going to be there tomorrow than they patrol every New Year's Eve.
I'm locking my doors from the house. That doesn't make people. I don't get it.
Cops. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, Rabotai, Bezat Hashem tomorrow night.
Yeah, but you have a good night.
When you say,
I asked one of the workers in the school, not Jewish. He says, Rabbi, how can you ask me questions? He says, of course I'm going. He felt humiliated, you know.
Salim, I just looked it up, and AI says between 1 and 5 million people.
Wow.
That's a big range. 1 and 5.
I know.
There's 8 million people in the entire city. You're gonna tell me 5 million? You know how small it
says
is?
between.
You know
1
that
and 5
I have
million
people today on my chat that I have with my friends. One person's son came from Oregon.
Wow.
From Oregon, just for this. I mean, I don't get it. And other people are sleeping in their father's office on the floor tonight so they can get there early in the morning. I don't get it, but this is why we have such a great country.
The Birkot HaShachar tomorrow morning a little better. Tomorrow Kavanah than today.
That's it.
You know, they said that there was you have to know this type of people. But if these Hasidim in Tzfat, they knew nothing about the world. But the morning after election in the United States, he says to his friend in Shul early, Where is the new president? Who is the new one? He says to
It
me,
was the new president.
he says, when I say every morning Shalom Asani going, I don't mean a street cleaner, I don't mean a pilot, I mean the president of the United States. So today I have to have another kavanah, Shalom Asani, who? You know this?
You
That-
need to know what it is.
It's a good word, it's a good word. I don't think you have it happened, but the Nakuda is a good Nakuda. So tomorrow Shalom Asani means I'm not there, Gamaru. Have a wonderful day.
Lot of love,
Good
everybody.
Good night.
See
Good
you
night.
tonight, tomorrow night.
Just a second.